I brought you back in here after you acted like that to listen to you. I've tried to explain it. You are not listening. I am done. Do not say another word to me.
Today, we go to Washtenaw County, Michigan for a pretrial hearing. We're in the courtroom of internet-famous Judge Cedric Simpson, along with the defendant, Rashard Young. He has multiple domestic violence cases open against the same victim, pros Ollie. Senator describes the most recent alleged terrifying incident threatened her. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Threatened the victim with the knife, took it out while they were arguing, pulled it out, brought it down towards her.
But the problems don't end there after his arrest. He was ordered not to have contact with the victim, but during the 3 days he was in jail.
While he was in custody from, I believe, 2-3 to 2-6, he made 135 calls to the victim, which was against the conditions of his bond, which was addressed at arraignment.
While he was in custody from, I believe, 23 to 26, he made 135 calls to the victim, which was against the conditions of his bond, which was addressed at AR arraignment.
We have great concerns for her safety as he keeps contacting her and getting new cases for domestic violence with the same victim. And we would be asking that at this time his bond is set at $25,000 without the 10% into custody, Your Honor.
Representing Mr. Young is public defender Ashley Moton, who denies all allegations.
The evidence is solely the testimony of the complaining witness. There has not been any evidence of a knife. Regarding the phone calls, my client does deny all of those allegations.
Judge Simpson adjourns the case out 1 week to allow everybody to collect evidence. And it seemed like the day was over when the judge remanded Young back into custody over these alleged phone calls.
At this point, defendant's phone privileges, given what the court has heard, are revoked, so that he'll go into the jail. He won't have phone privileges. But at this point, defendant's remanded.
But after Mr. Young was transported from the courtroom, the court took a recess. And so the cameras were off when they came back on. Judge Simpson indicates the alleged victim, who apparently was watching the hearing live on YouTube. She was outside in her car, and she burst into the courtroom. The cameras were back on to catch her exchange with the judge shortly after.
Ma'am, I'm going to let you know, if it weren't for the people in the prosecutor's office and counsel, I wouldn't be calling your case back up, and you probably would have been locked up. I'm just going to let you know, because you don't come into the court that way, ever. Am I clear?
Yes.
Now, remember, this is the same person whose complaints led to Mr. Young's arrest in the first place multiple times. No one saw what was coming next where GNA played this section in full. What
did you want to tell the court, ma'am?
Okay, first I want to say I fully apologize for coming in here like that. I was unaware. I'm sorry. I just want you to know with this whole case, instead of incarcerating somebody,
Go ahead.
Y'all need to try to help him. I don't know if the prosecutor let you guys know, but he has a, yes, I'm sorry. You can talk. I don't want to overtalk you.
Well, you'll never do that, but I'm just going to let you know that I'm not going to sit here. You wanted to address something to the
Yes,
court,
because I feel like it was inaccurate.
I will listen to you. I'm not going to tell you or have you sit here and try to give me a lecture on how something should work.
Oh, no, I will never do that. But I just noticed when I was looking on the Zoom that it was inaccurate information stated on you guys' record. And I just fully disagree when inaccurate information is stated on something that's very important like this. With the prosecutors, they should have called me instead of giving out inaccurate information, because I would have just let you guys know. Instead, when I looked on that Zoom, it was inaccurate information stated on this, I don't know what you call, in this courtroom. And I just fully disagree with that. So I wanted to make that known.
Okay, let me just say this, because you kind of blurted that out when you had come busting in here.
And my apologies for
So let me just tell you so that you can understand what you're saying and what is being said. Because when you said that, which is everybody's obligation here, his counsel, the prosecutor, and even in some respects the court, to double check what somebody is saying, in particular if a decision was made based upon inaccurate information. Let me tell you that the prosecutor, as with her duty, checked what you were saying. I don't think, at least preliminarily, and I discussed it with his counsel and with the prosecutor, that what you're saying is correct, that it was inaccurate. At least with reference to what I was using for my decision on the remand. There will be a hearing that will be set next week. At that hearing, all of that will come out. But at least preliminarily, it does not look like the information that was presented to the court was in any way inaccurate. Some of the information with reference to the date, so that you understand, the court itself can tell in looking at the file and when he was arraigned. So while you may have your position that it's inaccurate, I do not believe at this time that it is inaccurate.
Okay, so is there any way that a prosecutor, someone can call my phone so we can discuss this? Because I no longer have that cell phone number, and it was to my sibling. You guys stated on.
If there are references to the case, ma'am, we thought about that.
Okay.
If there are references to the case, references to you, references to other things that are occurring. So I don't think, and I said, I have not made a final decision on it, certainly, but at least preliminarily, what is being represented to the court appears to be true. And we will flush it out at a hearing because that's the way our system works. Preliminarily, I have that. I took what remedies need to be done to enforce the orders of the court regarding no contact. It seems that that was violated. He will have his due process right to a hearing next week regarding that.
But how is it violated when I have not physically talked to him? Just like when I came into the courtroom the first time and I sat down, he made it aware that I can't even be around him.
I am not going to have a hearing on it right now. I will listen to you.
That's just that was just very inaccurate to me, and I just felt like the way that y'all did that was no. Somebody should have.
Y'all did what? Don't you turn your back on me, because I'm telling you what, you are trying my patience.
No,
you are trying my patience. I brought you back in here after you acted like that to listen to you. And then you're not going to listen to a thing I said. I'm done. If you want to attend the hearing next week, you can come to the hearing. I've tried to explain it. You are not listening. I am done. Do not say another word to me. Mr. Allen, remove her.
Nobody.
Remove her. You keep talking and there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem.
Probably recall last week we addressed this defendant's phone privileges. After those were revoked, he then continued to call the victim at a different number that we have under her name as well. He called her, I believe, 23 times. There were some under his own PIN, and then after the first day he was in custody, he started using other inmates' PINs to continue to contact the victim in this case.
Not surprisingly, Rashard was again denied bond. He now sits in custody until his preliminary examination, where it'll be decided if there's enough evidence to proceed with his case to trial. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.